Well, and we are here. Well. Oh, well, I already got a hate on YouTube. Just stay tuned. They'll be in before long, sir. I've been doing this pretty much a while. Whoever this dark or whatever you are, trust me. All you gotta do is check out my page, and it speaks for itself. What's up, Daryl? What's going on? I got a hater in here already. I need maybe some administrator just to shoot some of these guys down to come in. They're professional scrollers. That's how it is. What's up, Robert King? I see you, brother. Thanks for popping in on me. Welcome everybody to the Big Time Show. Just for a moment, we're going to talk very quickly. This almost should have been just a video. I shouldn't even did a live on this. Should have just did just a little video about Treyvon Diggs, of course. getting waived today. Yeah, I mean it's I'm talking about getting waived. Hey, Miss Verdi, how you doing? You know how I go. Yeah, the Cowboys strike again. Let me go ahead and just say this real quick because this is not a live. Thank you all of you guys. Hey, go ahead and share it if you will. At least hit the like button. This is not a live. This is a real quick video. Um, it's not a surprise. The surprise is that it happened now. You know what I'm saying? We knew, if you've been listening to majority of the content creator shows, mine in particular, this is no surprise that Treyvon Diggs is not on the Dallas Cowboys team. However, it is a surprise that it happened today. Most of us had counted on him being cut by June 1st of next year, which is the cut where you save money and all that type of stuff. And plus, it's really not the Cowboys' way to do it like this. So then that should bring the question why. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm in Dallas and I'm right there in the office and can tell you exactly why. But this is where the element of common sense has to come into play about why. And I can't speak for nobody else's show, but I'm just going to speak on what I have said when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys and Treyvon Diggs. I've been telling y'all that Jerry Jones holds grudges. I don't know how many times I done said it. It's just the truth. Once you get into his doghouse, you're done. There's been too many guys, history shows, that we've had guys on this team that were great players, good players. I mean, the list goes on and on from Amari Cooper to Terrell Owens to Dez Bryant. I'm quite sure a lot of you going to think of some other names. I'm just calling out guys that kind of got on the nerves of the Jones folks. They usually get out of here. It's not a surprise. However, what the Jones usually do is let you go ahead and kind of finish out the year and be done and all that type of stuff. This is just a little strange. So, to me, this is my opinion. This may not be 1,000,000% true. It may not be even it may not even be 1% right. This is just interpretation from common sense and living. Just living, you know what I'm saying, without being in there. I really believe, ladies and gentlemen, that enough was enough. That's what I think. That's what I think. I think that something happened. I believe something happened that said, hey, this is the last week. You could have finished out the year. Plus, you would have got a game check, too, I mean. I think his contract, once you really break down his contract, I think he's had to appear in 8 games this year. In 8 games. I don't know how many games Treyvon played, but I don't know what that constitutes. I don't know how much money that is or how lack of much money that is, but there's something in there that said that he needed to play 8 games. I don't know. He still gets his money, of course, but I don't know what that actually means, that little 8-game thing. So maybe I got to go to a spot track and then kind of peep it out and see what's going on with that part. But I just believe that it was just a case of enough is enough. And when you look at this whole year concerning Treyvon Diggs, there's not too many positives. It's not. I mean, y'all know him. I don't have to repeat it, but y'all should know him. It's so many this year that you almost forget a couple of them. Let's start it off. He has the knee surgery. They want him to rehab with their people. Treyvon says, no, I'm going to rehab in Florida with my people. Cowboys can't do nothing about it. They fined him. That's the only thing they can do. He lost over $500,000 because in his contract there was a workout clause or something, whatever you call it. And he was not there. And they fined him. He didn't give him a chance. That number one had to put him in the doghouse with Jerry. Had to. Oh, you're not going to do what all you got to do is just show up and let our guys look at you? Really? We're depending on your guys to tell us what's really going on with you? Really? All you got to do is fly to Dallas? Really? Oh, we're going to show you better. We can tell you. We're going to hit you in the pocket where it counts. And then we're just going to take it from there. Treyvon gets there. Treyvon comes back. He's not right. Everybody sees that he's not right. He sits on the sideline. And I'm quite sure in the mind of Jerry and some other petty people that are there, I'm quite sure they're saying, you see what happened? Now, if you would have been with us, you may have not been injured again the way you got to sit out and miss all these games. And that's the difference between your people rehabbing you and our people rehabbing you. And I'm quite sure somebody thought that. There's nothing factual there that can verify that as far as saying if he would have been with Dallas, he would have been okay. There's nothing to verify that at all. I'm quite sure they saying we would have done something different or something like that. But regardless, he was hurt. He missed a lot of games then. Then, of course, we started talking about Michael Parsons getting traded. And who stood beside Michael Parsons better more than anybody? I mean, on camera, the Cowboys are ticked off at Michael Parsons, and here comes Treyvon Diggs being a good hero and being real nice and all that type, want to be his friend and standing up for your brother and all that type of stuff, which I have really no problem with. That's his brother. He wants to stand up with him. I ain't got no problem with that. But you got to know that they were going to tick them off too. So you further fall into the doghouse some more. You fall into the doghouse even more than what you already were. Just that quick. Can't be settling too well with the Jones family. Just can't be. The perception is real. No, is that a reason to get you out of Dallas? No, but you got to be ticking them off even more. So you pile all that stuff up. You ain't playing. Your knee hurt. Then you siding with the quote unquote the enemy, Michael Parsons. He gone. Now your lip poke out because you miss your friend, you miss your brother, and you probably can tell that that's the case. And then there's no telling the part that we don't know, y'all. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I do, is how Treyvon was in the locker room with certain people. Because if you think that Treyvon was the only person that was upset that Michael Parsons was gone, you crazy. You see what I'm saying? No. So those guys probably were identified with Michael. Not to get in trouble with him, but there's got to be some people there that Treyvon partnered with. And, I'm quite sure some of his attitude was visible, at least by the locker room. Couldn't have been the same. His attitude is not like Dak Prescott attitude. You know what I'm saying? Dak ready to play football. CD ready to play football. Those guys ready to play. Treyvon has had a little chip on his shoulder pretty much the whole year. And it started with the rehab and got multiplied with Michael Parsons being traded. So he's in the doghouse. And then, of course, the infamous concussion that you'll never get the truth of unless somebody actually know about it and they're going to tell it. I believe the Cowboys know the truth, but they're going to let Treyvon tell you whatever he want to tell you. Treyvon said that he was hanging up a TV. He was doing that. What kind of sense does that make? He was hanging up a TV. And it fell on his head and all that type of stuff. Now, if you believe that, hey, God bless you. You can do that, and there you go. But I ain't saying a concussion, I've heard of bad concussion like Tua, the Miami quarterback, who's had constant concussions. And when he had one, it may last a month or month and a half. I get that because he's had previous, encounters with head concussions. That part I get, but Diggs ain't never had no concussion, not no 4-week concussion like it was, without explanation. And common sense tell you, like I said, don't have no way of verifying this, don't have no way of doing all this and all that, but common sense kind of tell you that 4-week concussion, with no explanation, didn't happen on the field. That's the other thing. Didn't get hurt in the game. He got hurt. Come on, help me say it today. He got hurt at home. Come on, type that in. At home. That's that concussion at home. He said he was hanging up a TV and got a concussion. How high did that TV have to be? Lord have mercy today. For him to get a concussion. How? Cause you ain't Plastic Man. For us older people that remember Plastic Man from the cartoon, one of the Super Friends, Plastic Man, where his arm could extend way past and go. If you right here at arm length, that ain't too much of a fall. You know what I'm saying? That ain't too much of a fall. If you hanging a TV, these TVs, the screen, you're going to mess up the screen because it don't take much to mess up a screen, but it probably fell. If it did fall on your head, why, how many inches is that from your head? So you're going to sit and tell me that TV falling from your head, that what Diggs want to tell us now, that it gave him a month-long concussion. I mean, I'm saying I'm 52 years old. I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night. You understand? If you're hanging a TV above your head and you got a month-long concussion, because he was out 4 weeks, y'all, right? About 4 weeks. Yeah, that TV had to fall real hard from a big distance to knock you out and give you all that type of stuff. They said that Diggs came in the building with a ski mask on. Now that's truthful. Did y'all know that? Say Diggs came in looking like a robber. he had a big. They say he had to hide his face because he had had some on his face or something like that. Could a TV do that? Yeah, quite possibly. Yes. Yeah, quite possibly. Yes. Yeah, if you're going to hang a TV and you figure, Diggs probably ain't got the TVs that a lot of us got. You know what I'm saying? We got our 60 and 65. Some of y'all got a 70. Some of y'all even have an 80. Diggs probably got a TV that go across the whole wall. You know what I'm talking about? Custom made TV. 100-foot and all that type of stuff. The big guys, big money guys got that. You know that. That's the truth. You hanging up what you hanging up, and if that is the case, listen, I got what I got in my house right now. I wish I could turn this camera around, y'all can see. Right now, I got in this room, I got a wall. I got a TV that's hanging on the wall, and this is a 60, 65 inch, I believe, that I got, something like that. It takes 2 people to do that. Ooh-wee. It takes 2 people to do that. It don't take one person now to hang up. You do realize that you can't hang it up by yourself. You got to have somebody with you. See, Diggs' story gets real strange, but I ain't here for that. I'm just not here for that. I'm just not doing it. Exactly. My brother AC in the building. AC in the building. When you rich like he does, like he is, excuse me, when you're rich like Diggs, Ain't nobody doing it. Look, there are very few things that Diggs probably do by himself. Diggs got the kind of money, man, that everything he does, somebody's doing it for him. You understand what I'm saying? If you had Diggs money, wouldn't you hire somebody, a professional? Let me just say it like that. Diggs is a professional football player. He does that well. He's not a handyman. You go get somebody to do it for you. That's all you do. It don't cost you a couple $100. $100 ain't no to drop it, a few $100 ain't no to drop in the bucket to him. That ain't nothing to him. It's like $1. It is unbelievable the story that he did. And watch this. This is pure speculation because I want to be fair and honest, but this is my show, so I can do this, even though I really don't like to do conspiracy type stuff, but I'll dive in a little bit. Could it be that Diggs' explanation of the story when he finally said something about it, y'all think that might have ticked off the front office too? Like, I'd be dang. Can you imagine Jerry and Steve looking at the TV while Diggs talking and saying, I'd be dang. This man done got up here lying like this, knowing good and well this what happened. And now he want to say a dang TV hanging. Are you kidding me? This, you know how Jerry and them talk. They good old country boys. And this son of a, he was already in the doghouse. He didn't rehab. He missing games. The defense is struggling. The defense is horrible. The secondary is ridiculous. And this fool gonna get up on here and say, I'm speaking as Jones, not myself. You gonna say a dang, you hanging a dang TV. Really? Huh? You don't think that might, it may not have been the final blow, but don't you think that made the skin itch just a little bit? Especially since they really know what happened. Verbatim. See, they know. Because Diggs had to come in and tell them the truth. Now, the truth very well may be the TV hanging. I'm assuming that the TV wasn't hanging way up high in there. I'm assuming. It very well may have been 10 feet in there and just fell on top of his head. I don't know. I doubt it, but I don't know. I don't know. A screw on the bottom of it may have busted his head wide open. Maybe that's the reason why he wore ski mask. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It very well could have. It could have. I'm not going to pretend like I know. I just been living though. You know what I'm saying? I'm 52 years old. I ain't no fool. I just, you can tell some folks that. Just some folks you just can't run that by. You understand? See, I'll stop laughing. Some of y'all laughing at me. Stop laughing. I'm trying to be serious. I'm really trying to be serious here. Yeah, some of us just want born last night. If it smell like a duck and it look like a duck, it ain't no goddamn kangaroo. All right. So we get to that point. Then he plays. He comes back and finally gets on the field. And he getting destroyed. He doesn't look the same. Whether he needs more rehab or maybe, it's kind of like what I told you guys last year, 2 years ago about Michael Gallup. There are some guys that can come back from knee injuries. And then sometimes you got some guys that have a very bad knee injury and they never make it. They never make it back to be, the way they were. That's what happened to Michael Gallup. Case in point, he retired. Then tried to come back, retired again. Reason why, because his knee is not the same. He just can't run no more. Could it be that this is the best that you're going to see Diggs at? I don't know. Keep in mind, he had I tried to explain to you guys, not that I had it, but I knew that the microfracture surgery is way worse than the ACL surgery. And I've had ACL. I tore my knee up. I've had the ACL surgery. It took me 10 months to come back. And that was back in 1990. So the advancement and the skills as far as the rehab is much better now than it was back when I had my ACL. So Diggs had an ACL and a microfracture surgery. I mean, you're asking for real drama there. I mean, you know, it's gonna take God. I'm serious. It's going to take God to make that thing right. Seriously. It's going to take God to make that thing. I mean, on the same knee, you know, it was tremendous that he even made it back this year. But first, we were saying, like, is Diggs coming back at all this year? He tried to come back, but he wasn't right. And I don't know if he will be right again. But he came back. He was getting whipped. And I'm quite sure, watch this. This is the part ain't nobody talking about. So you're going to hear this here first. Come on in. Watch this. You do know that Britt Brown and the training staff got a chance to look at Treyvon Diggs, right? After all this time, you know they had to assess his injuries, right? So they had a chance to look at his knee. What y'all think? This is just speculation. We just speculating here, y'all. Y'all, come on, catch up real quick. Come on. What y'all think Britt Brown and them said? Huh? What y'all really think they're saying about Trayvon's knee? Look at this right here. They did waive him today with a game left. You talking about throwing the trash out, and I'm not saying Trayvon is trash. I'm just saying they said, hey man, we know we got one game. Look, we don't even want you here. Your attitude bad, plus your knee ain't worth a dime. They're just gone. We'll do you a favor. We'll give you one last favor as a Cowboy. We want to thank you for these years. We're going to waive you. That gives every team a chance to claim you. Ain't nobody going to claim them, because if you claim them, you claim the contract. Okay? You're not claiming him now. Once he clears through waivers, then a team can pick him up and pay them what they want. That's the blessing for Trayvon. That's the blessing for him, if you want to call it that, because now he can go on over there. If Green, look, I'm quite sure Michael Parsons is on the phone with somebody in Green Bay. Please go get my brother. Please go get my brother. And you can sign him to a practice squad. Look, Trayvon may be blessed. Trayvon can latch on to a playoff team, if you know, because I'm quite sure his agent gonna be saying, "Hey, look, I bet you on the phone now. Hey, Trayvon's ready to go. Hey, he's ready to play. He's done. He's fine. He's ready to go. Look, let us clear waivers. We're interested. All that type of stuff." Trayvon has the blessing. Once he clears the waiver, he gonna clear waivers, because ain't nobody gonna take that contract. That's gonna happen. He gonna clear waivers, and then any team can sign him. That might be a little interesting. Might be. Because you very well can get him right now and be thinking totally about next year. You know, if he got something left. I'm just saying. You could approach it that way, or, you know, I don't think really nobody's looking for him to do, you know, be a factor this year. We got a lot of football left. Injuries do happen. And if Trayvon, you know what I'm saying? There you go, William. See what I'm saying? Say right there, 49ers need a corner. It's a lot of people, man. It's a lot of people gonna need, excuse me for a second. There's a lot of people that may need a quarterback this season. We got a lot of football left, y'all. And keep in mind, if he clears waivers, you get to sign him for the rest of the year to whatever it is that you want. It ain't got to be no whole lot of money at all. You just sign them now. It don't have to be a 2-year, 3-year deal. It can just be a 1-game deal or a couple games, whatever the case may be. That's the blessing for Treyvon if somebody was to go get him. There's a lot of possibilities. Buffalo, New England, where his brother plays. I ain't saying Vrabel. Coach Vrabel will want him. He wouldn't start there anyway because New England got 2 great cornerbacks over there. But I'm just saying. I'm just throwing stuff out. Yeah, it's Memphis, man. It's cold here in Memphis. But it's December. You expect that. Look, if you living anywhere and it's like it's springtime, that ain't normal. 30s and 20s and, unless you live in California or somewhere, in California or Florida or wherever, that's different. But if you're in the Midwest or in the North or in the South, 30, 34 degrees is always like springtime for December. But it's cold. It's December. It's supposed to be cold. Y'all know I'm responding. I can see JVB boys comment there. Yeah. It's just we knew it was gonna happen. It's just that it was 70 degrees here on Christmas, exactly. That's not crazy. That's why my allergies are going crazy right now. Because just a couple of days ago, it was 70 degrees here in Memphis. Now, that's crazy. And the day is 34. That's how crazy Memphis weather is. It was 70 degrees on Christmas. I dang near had to turn the air on in my house. It was so hot in here. Good God. Now it's 34 degrees and my sinuses are just done. I done bought more Kleenex. I got more Kleenex in the house than a man. I'm talking about just I got this all over every room I go. I just blow away. Nose sound like a trumpet. If I blow my nose right now in this microphone, y'all thought I would win Marcellus or something. Y'all would think I would win Marcellus. I'm serious. Yeah, but JVB boy, we gotta hook up some type of way, man. Because you right here at hometown and you support the show and on everybody's show. We gotta hook up and I need to shake your hand, man. I appreciate you always come hang with me too. Thank you so much. JVB boy, let me put this up here. I need you to write this down so I can make it. When I say something, I mean it too. So that's just how I am. If it's being hooked up on the phone or whatever, JVB boy, write that down right there. Write that down. That's my email. Anybody else that need my email, I'm sorry. Y'all go ahead and write it down. It's right there. If you need to get in contact with me, my email it comes to my phone immediately. I pop it, and, that's my business kind of email too. So it ain't like I'm not seeing it. Write that down, JVB boy. And anybody else, y'all might want to say something to me or want to talk to me, or as far as suggestions on the show and all that type of stuff. Write that email down to you. I will contact you. Write that down, JVB boy, and I need your phone number or whatever, and then we'll take it from there. Put your phone number down there for me, and we'll take it from there. All right. Anybody else, y'all welcome to that. This is not a private email. Y'all, anybody need my email? That's it right there. The BigTimeShow3@gmail.com. You guys can definitely contact me that way. And I respond. I do try to respond. And we'll go with it from there. All right. But that's really all I want to talk to you about, really, y'all. It's really want to show. It really want to show. But I'd make it one. You know what? I'm going to go and do this now. Let me see if I can do this. I ain't done this in a while. I'm going to do it now because I don't want to be on here another hour and a half because I really didn't plan on doing the show. But y'all know the gist of all this stuff. This is just, it's not surprising. The timing of it is somewhat surprising. I will say that. The result is not surprising at all. It was going to happen. We all knew Diggs was not going to be on this team next year. It just happened a little bit early. I really do believe that it was just a matter, and I'm quite sure Shanahan was getting his perfect answer ready. We'll never know because he's not going to throw nobody on the bus, but I just really believe enough was enough. I think they got fed up with his attitude, his demeanor. I think Shane, who was in here a little bit earlier, I don't know if Shane is still here. I think Shane said conduct detrimental to the team. I believe that may come into play. I think that's probably it. That's just me thinking out loud because, you know what I'm saying, tell me you couldn't deal with this, what's the day, Tuesday? You really had to do something real crazy or say something or your attitude just so jacked up. They say, man, we can't do this no more. You won't even make the practice today. Man, just get out of here. You know what I'm saying? You really had to do something. I mean, you got one game left. I mean, come on. And to end your Dallas Cowboy tenure like this, you know, a guy who was a real good Dallas Cowboy in general, all pro, you know, all of that type of stuff, you know. Are y'all with me? I got cut off for some reason. Am I on right now? Am I live? What happened? Hey, somebody say something to me real quick. I think I got zapped off for some reason. Maybe Diggs cut me off. I got you, JVB boy. There it is. I paused for a second. There it is. Yeah, something knocked me off. Yeah, Gerald, what's up, cuz? I was just about to type y'all saying my own. Okay. It paused for a second. I don't know what happened. Maybe Diggs. All that's telling me is almost time me to get out. Let me do this real quick. I'll take this I ain't done this in a while. There's a call-in line. Do it now before I change my mind. 901-654-6853. You can call in now. I know y'all got plenty to say when it comes to Diggs. Y'all call in real quick. I'll take a call. I ain't got no problem with it. I would do that. Y'all call in because I ain't going to ask y'all too many times now. I'm going to get on out of here. Okay? Y'all can do it. They got Law Nation Sports right after. Like, y'all know what happened, V? I don't know what happened. It just zapped out on me for a second. It's crazy about these internet stuff. I don't like that. But it zapped out on me. I apologize. I lost a few people too. But it's all right. It's all good. No, sir. Treyvon Diggs. Whoever this is, whoever you are, I can't even pronounce whoever that is. Treyvon Diggs. I should have put that in my title. You're absolutely right. You know the New England Patriots are not waiving Stephon Diggs. Now, I do know that Stephon got charged today. Something wrong with these. But let me stop. Well, I almost said something like that. let me just say it like this. Treyvon Diggs, his brother, just got charged with a felony today. I'm not on Facebook. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So y'all didn't know that, did you? Treyvon just got charged today with a felon for aggravated assault or something like that. So it's some crazy stuff going on. Let me see if I can see that real quick. I'm trying to see if I can see that about Treyvon Diggs. I don't know. But anyway, he got cut today like that. So Treyvon gets cut, Treyvon gets charged today. You can't even speculate on that because, a lot of athletes get in trouble like that and then it turned out to be nothing. But it did hit the courts or whatever. He did get charged today. So I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to act like I know and pay attention. All I know, it came across my phone that he got charged. It is what it is. All right. Forget the call in line. I answer. There you go with that. All right. Appreciate all you guys, man. Just wanted to share that news with you. I might come on a little bit later again to talk about it again once I find out a few more things or hear something else. And if I'm wrong about stuff, if I'm wrong, I'm not too big of a man not to come back on and say, hey, I was wrong. As I said before, it's just an opinionated show. Whatever the case may be. I'm not too big of a man saying that I was wrong. So if it's something that I've said here that is totally way off base, I would be the first to come on here and say, hey, I got it wrong, and keep moving. All right? Man, I appreciate y'all for these couple minutes that we were on, and forgive me for, I don't know what happened to my internet here for a second. I have no clue, but it is what it is. All right? I'm out of here, man. Appreciate y'all. I'm out of here. We'll check you on next time for the one and the only. This has been a breaking news, I guess. The big time show.